Okay, so it's been a while. I honestly just have been pretty burnt out and haven't played a ton of the TCG in the past few weeks. Although this week in particular, I've played a ton just because I did the recent Kaiba Corp Cup. Didn't do very well, but it inspired me to play one of my favorite decks again, and I decided to play it for Genesis today too, which is going to be Blue Eyes. Now, as you guys know, if you're familiar with the channel, this is nothing new. I am a big Blue Eyes fan, but I recently took it to two locals in advanced format and did very well. I won both of those, which felt really nice. And I wanted to try it today in Genesis. So I'm going to go over the deck, and then I'll go over each of the point costs and why the deck looks the way it does. As always, if you want to pick up any of the cards in this video, go ahead and use the affiliate link down in the description below. A portion of that helps me out while grabbing yourself those awesome cards that you need. But let's get past all that. Let's go right into the deck. First up, we're going to go with the engine cards. You, of course, have your 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. I don't think this needs any explanation at this point. This card is basically in every deck I play at this point. Then we have 3 Maiden of White. And then the other big normal stone of the deck is I'm actually playing a full 3 Kaiba Man of Legend. Now, the reason for this is because even though you can play a Primite engine in the deck, in Genesis format, Primite Lordly Load is 33 points, which is a ton. You also have Wishes for Eyes of Blue being 33 points, so I needed a supplementary normal summon besides just Sage. That was going to be really good. And I felt like Kaiba Man the Legend kind of facilitates that. Also, with the uptick in Draco Tail, Kaiba Man the Legend is a little bit better because it means you get to Spirit Dragon, so you can force out those awkward Arthalion plays. But we have a full 3 Kaiba Man of Legend, which also means we have to play a full 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, making this a true Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, which is pretty cool. If you are playing Duel Links, by the way, you will recognize that Kaiba Man the Legend and Blue Eyes White Dragon are a pair made in heaven. This is very frequently seen right now in the Blue Eyes decks at the top of the ladder. That's actually where the inspiration came from. I just really wanted to play this card in paper since I've been playing it on Duel Links so much. But we have a full 3 Blue Eyes to reveal for Kaiba Man the Legend. To go with that, I do play 1 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, as well as 1 Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Now, the reason for the 1 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, honestly, is because I just wanted to have another good Blue Eyes monster that I can sometimes access. It also means that using Kaiba Man the Legend doesn't just have 1 search target, it has 2, because when you summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, Kaiba Man can banish itself to add a Blue Eyes monster from deck to hand. So you can add another Blue Eyes, you can add Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon or Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, so you have access to both. It also gives you access actually to Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon, which is pretty cool, and is being featured in the deck just for fun. So we have that for the Blue Eyes monsters. Then we have 1 Wishes for Eyes of Blue. The consistency in this deck is a little bit lower, which does have me worried with only 1 Wishes, but you do have 3 Sage, 3 Maiden, 3 Kaiba Man, Wishes, as well as a couple other starter cards in 3 Puri Reyes map, which is pretty good, because the map can get you access to Sage, which is pretty good. It can also get you access to Maiden, if you want to go Maiden into Wishes to get Kaiba Man, so you can go a whole bunch of different routes. So you actually have a good number of starter cards here, because you have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 starters right here in that part of your engine alone, which is really good. Then, for search targets off the Wishes, we have 2 Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Roar becomes even better in this deck, and more important in this deck, because you need to make sure that you constantly have 3 Blue-Eyes White Dragons in rotation. Draco Tail Sting is a problem card, DD Crow is a problem card, so having that second Roar to summon your Blue-Eyes White Dragons back from the Banish Zone is really good. Also, you can always bring back Alternative White Dragon, or you can bring out Blue Eyes Jet Dragon from the deck if you have Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, which is pretty cool. Then there's 1 Ultimate Fusion, and then 1 Majesty of the White Dragons. And then, of course, you have your 1 True Light as well. So that is it for the Blue Eyes portion of the deck. Now, for the non-engine, there's a ton of non-engine. We're going to go with the Board Breakers first, and we have a full 3 Primite Drill Beams. Now, even though we're not playing any other Primite cards, I feel like Drill Beam is worth playing because of Blue Eyes White Dragon itself. Just having this as a spot removal card is going to be really good, since there are so many cards in the format that you're going to want to be able to access removal against. And then I am playing 1 Final Bringer of the End Times sort of as a 4th Primite Drill Beam. It also means that going second, I can dodge stuff like Imperm, Veiler, and things like that, while getting rid of a problem card. I think this card is really good. It was something I started playing in Duel Links initially, even though it's been played in the TCG a ton. I just never bothered to play it, and I really like this card. Then we have 3 DD Crows because they are 0 points, 3 Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chills at 3 points each for 9 points. So if you're keeping track, we are at 42 points now. 1 Effect Veiler at 7 points, so we're at 49 points. The cool thing here is that Effect Veiler is, of course, really, just easily searchable, but you actually have 4 Effect Veilers because of the Ghost Mourners, which is pretty cool. Then there's the problem cards of the format. We have 3 Nibiru the Primal Being and 3 Droll and Lockbirds. So these are each 5 points each, so that's 15 points for each set, so that's another 30 points. So if you're keeping track of the main deck, we are at 79 points, which is pretty nice. So we've got a whole bunch of hand traps and a bunch of board breakers there, but let's move on to the extra deck. First up, we have Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon, which is pretty cool. It takes 3 Blue Eyes monster, or 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Cannot target or destroy this card effects for your opponent. And then once per turn, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. Or if this card is subfusion someone using a monster whose original name is Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, you can target up to 3 cards your opponent controls instead. But it can't attack during the turn this effect is activated. So you can just clear 3 cards out, which is pretty crazy. Then you've got 1 Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, 1 Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, 2 Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragons, 3 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragons. Now, the reason why you see such a heavy emphasis on this part is because of the 3 Kaiba the Legends. You're basically going to try to end on Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon every game, or every turn 1. And then you have Azure Eyes, Lightstorm, and then Ravenous Crocodragon Arcathus. This card's really cool. It's just another random level 9 synchro. It'll fetch you another draw, and then you can discard cards to destroy, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure how good I think it is quite yet, but I just wanted to have it in there because I think it's really cool. If you don't want to play this card, you could easily just play Twin Burst Dragon instead, and be totally fine. There's actually a world where that just might be better, is just to play the Twin Burst Dragon so you have even more utility. But for now, I'm with Arcathus. And then we have 1 Ancient Fairy Life Dragon, 1 Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, of course for utility cards off of Spear Dragon, and then 1 Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon, and 1 Dingirsu Orchestra of the Evening Star. The reason for the 1 Dingirsu is because if you ever get into a position where you can summon this on turn 0, you can just summon this in defense and then basically act as a Blue Eyes Jet Dragon to protect your field setup before you get to Jet Dragon, because sometimes those destruction effects can be a little problematic. Then for the side deck, I have 2 Gamma Seal the Sea Turtle Kaiju, as well as 1 Final Bringer of the End Times, and 3 Ultimate Slayers. So I'm citing 6 board breakers. You're going to notice 5 of them are basically like can't be responded to. The reason for this is because I wanted to have some form of kaijus just for Lunalight, and then Ultimate Slayer is obviously really good in this deck because you have every type of extra card available in it natively, which is really good. So you don't have to compromise anything. Then I'm playing 3 Cosmic Cyclone for when I go second. The Odeon deck is still something that scares me a lot, so I wanted to have it for that, as well as potentially any back row decks that maybe pop up. But then I'm playing 3 Solemn Judgments. This is the last 21 points in the deck, so that puts me at exactly 100 points. And because I couldn't play Solemn Strike, I decided to play a different counter trap for when I go first, and that's 3 Grand Horn of Heaven. So I have 6 counter traps when I go first. If you're unfamiliar with Grand Horn of Heaven, it's that during your opponent's main phase, when they would special summon a monster, you negate the summon, destroy that monster, and then your opponent draws a card, but then it's the end of the main phase. So it guarantees you a follow-up turn. And that's really all I think when you're going first with Blue Eyes you're trying to do, is you're trying to just extend the game. So this is the deck that I'm using tonight. It's pretty cool so far, but let's get going. Only Matt I use these days.
That's so real. I mean, I've just been using this as Mothra. I've never looked at a Universes card. But Pyro, they have nice stats. Pyro's good.
7.
You don't say. 6.
On the first.
He's good.
Good luck. Good luck. Draw phase.
Alright, what we got?
Get ready.
Oh god, yeah. Okay.
Anything around?
Nope.
That's so cruel. That's so mean.
My opponent's cringe.
Draw step.
Can I get a DQ? My opponent's cringe. Can I get
Medium effect?
Can I get DQ? No, not me.
What's point house in was?
Wishes is 33.
Oh, that's fine.
I love the idea of that.
True line effect. Just arrow.
Draw step. Speaking of,
Easily which one is? Sage.
Welcome to round 2. Time starts now.
Thank you. Majesty.
all right.
Spirit.
Okay.
Sage. Trigger Maiden. Chain Maiden.
Yep. I'm actually really ready. Yeah, what do we got?
Summon this off of Sage.
Whoa! Oh, that's really fun. That's really, yeah, okay.
Pay 600.
Now's when I get Enter Blunt here.
I got it. Mind your business, Aiden. Go ahead.
Alright, draw for turn. Alright, perform main, I'm gonna attempt to. What's the right way to do this? I don't know the face down, or I do know the face down. Gotcha. I'm gonna try to go MST to start.
Target.
Attempt to pop the face down.
Sure. Trigger Jet Dragon.
Yeah.
Activate Spirit.
Alright. And so that's an Omni, and then float again?
Yes. And then we have the cards make sure
Yeah. Activate Defissure. Normal Hydra. Hydra mandatory effect on normal. So after it resolves, no activations or effects of trapped monsters can be responded to.
Okay, so I take 1,000.
Hydra effect will banish itself to place 2 Argo traps from deck.
Can they be activated this turn?
Yes. And they're also set face up.
Chain Spirits.
Thinking on Spirit. Yeah, all good. So it just negates? Nope. Oh, it's the tag out. Nice. Okay. So it goes through. Grab.
I can't respond to traps.
Correct. Taito and
Any triggers?
I mean the summons are quick effects, but no.
Okay, so activate.
To
Target these 2 to destroy them.
alright, I'm gonna chain Taito with the summon. So we're gonna go pitch this copy of Pitto, summon it out.
So treat it as a trap card.
No, it's not. And then I'm also going to chain to the activation of Pitto Fierce Part. It's a quick effect, return a continuous trap special. And then it can banish itself for sort of another Adra almost. It's there.
So we have Chain Link 1, targeting H2, Chain Link 2, discarding that, and then Chain Link 3.
Chain 3, I'm going to try to bounce back the commander.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
So, yep.
I already know it's
Mandatory on summon, add an Argo spell, weirdly enough.
Yeah, what do I got? Spirits.
Can you get, chain? No, that doesn't work. Okay. Just negates or negates and pops?
Just negate, and it gains a 1,000 attack.
Gotcha. Okay. Armor Fortress effect. Fetch.
This is a special that you can use at 39. This is a quick effect damage or special from Van Harry. And you can use it for you can bring it key or
Can I go Fierce Spark Effector? Banishes it to set continuous trap from hand, can be activated this turn. Set Japan. Activate Japan. No effect. Activate Giant Slaying here. So it's gonna add an Argo and then extra normal if I have a continuous trap. Sure. Grab Adra. Next to normal the Adra. Adra mandatory normal effect triggers again, doesn't do anything here. There are some like parts where it does matter. Nadia's son. Heavy. Okay. So how long is Spirit now?
4,500 attack, 4,000 defense.
Gotcha. Just gonna go main phase 2, I guess. Set 1, set 2. Yes.
End phase, resolve, Spirit Dragon.
Yep. How does that work with Fissure?
So this gets destroyed. Effect.
Okay.
I will special summon Spirit Dragon.
Okay.
And resolve the other Spirit Dragon. Destroy this. Effect. I'll reset Majesty. During the end phase, I can relate to set 1.
Wait, no, that whole game was illegal. Because they bounced back to extra deck here.
Set Draw for turn.
This goes to your hand.
Well,
it doesn't matter, but during your it will go during your stand.
This one's gonna add
Just so you're
Drop these extra back.
Chain Florence, you said? Summon?
If you get rid of any summon,
Yep.
this has an effect. Sure.
Banishes the summon back in.
He himself just
Sorry, on and then Arya mandatory effect on summon after that state.
This will destroy the collection vision. He's at 39. What's your effect do?
Mandatory add a spell.
Massive.
And the spell to the field spell and Giant Slaying.
That's fine.
So.
Unless you have
So, plus that level 4 monster card.
you can't summon unless it's specific.
He says.
You can pause only fine.
Didn't seem like he's true life. Trigger made.
Okay. All spirits accounted for? It's 1, 2. No. Okay.
Synchro. Summon Architects.
Yep.
Effect to draw one.
Yeah. All good.
You want shuffle my deck. Turn it.
Give me this.
No, I get rid of one from grave.
So I did actually make a critical misplay here. I'm pretty sure you got this.
We don't need to roll for that. Always for that. So yeah, since you lost, you
So I go.
I mean, we played at a very good pace.
Activate wishes triggers less.
Sure. Send to fusion.
And it resolves. I think. Ending main.
Yeah, what do we got?
Outfits.
Yep.
Activate Octopus effect. Face turn.
To
Destroy it. Activate Register Trigger.
can't be destroyed because of Japan, which is
Can it die by battle or not?
just battle.
So you take 12.
Yep.
68. Activate Tyrant. Reset Majesty.
Yep. Okay.
Is it all your monsters can't die or
Just warriors.
Okay. Quick attack.
This is at 31.
31. This is that. So you take 3. Yep.
I did still mess it up.
Clear attack. Activate effect.
Okay.
To return this to hand. For attack. 25 points. So you're at 30. And 2,000. Yeah.
So 12.
Is that everything or is it just my stuff? It's turn, yes. So it is 2.
Yeah, what do we got?
I will take.
Gonna get a pull card dropped on there.
I'll pay 15. Well, but it only gets one. Go ahead.
Alright, draw for turn. Interesting. Yeah, you got it.
Utopia! Utopia has been watched by a sensation dribbling. My whole squad. You ready to go? Magic.
Retail store.
He's gonna summon himself.
Activate break of magic barriers force. I'm gonna target my
Summon him defense.
I summon Utopia Red. Utopia Red. Attaching.
One summon he's gonna take 2 spells.
Like to activate. It says I can place one fire king island card on my deck face up in the field. Activate my deck. So I can get
Iron Man 30. Attempt to use effect. Make it 2K.
I'm on the attack to summon one each. 2 monsters. No. One each. Round by dark circle. Or build up my hand. Summon one single.
Should I go first? We'll get them up. Interesting. Alright. Name and standby?
Nope, you're good.
Activate that's 10.
Sure, what does that do?
So it'll gain counters. When it gets to 10, it puts itself back in the hand and specials a trap monster from deck and can be activated this turn. It's the sauce, unfortunately. Right? Special Terratop? Terratop effect? Ooh. Alright, it's cheap. Does that trigger that's 10 if the effect is
Just activated.
Gotcha.
Activated.
So then, yes. Normal Hydra.
Yes.
Mandatory effect applies.
Yep.
Hydra effect.
Yep.
Hydra and Japan.
destroy and add
Mandatory activation.
fire.
We're gonna go Taito effect here. Pitch Armored Seas, summon, and we'll add an Argo summon.
Sure.
Grab
Maybe
part.
any card that says fire chain.
Any fire king.
Go. Hand summon. Up. Make Arion here. Arion mandatory effect on summon. Yep.
Monster cards are sideways.
If you set them face down, yes.
Spell trap cards are up like that.
Home Stadium here.
They're not sideways.
Correct.
Activate Home Stadium.
Or those are 1,000. I can attack that.
Fourth effect in hand.
Already summoned.
Back to special.
Unless you can special summon 30 cards that you can, then you can summon them. Otherwise, you already use them.
So I'll go right to main page.
Fourth effect. Vanish itself. It out, can be activated this turn. Home Stadium effect here. Pay 1,000. Add back this Adra. Potato effect here. Pitch the Adra. Add an Argo Stars. And then that's 10 will trigger mandatorily.
So a card has to say you can special summon, or you have to have a card.
Giant Slang, that's 10 triggers. Counts the hand. Put the Serpent here. Hand. Activate that stun. Activate Giant Slang. Third Adra that gets you. Extra normal. Mandatory effect applies again. So it's not once per turn.
This guy can get on the field. This gives him a resolution.
Silly. Yeah.
So this is what yes.
Activate Focus Serpent.
I was sweating a little bit when I took a different
Set back. Focus.
So when this is destroyed, you can target one face-up monster I control and destroy it, and if you do
Oh no, I can't do that.
But
Instead, I will.
Yep. And it's got the twins under it.
The other one's supposed to be
everything
silent.
except
What's up?
Yeah, the thing you search up is supposed to be silent.
Thank you. No, you're all good. That's not me.
Try to destroy it.
You've taken 500 off of the single with Home Stadium. Burns 500 for each continuous strap summon.
yeah, you can target one face-up monster I control, destroy it, and if
Some Mickey Mouse shit. Summon Apophis.
It has to be like
you can target
Do we want to? Yeah, I'll negate my own terror top. Why not? Get the effect.
I take 500, right?
Yep.
monster attack.
No.
Alright.
So this card, its effect.
Gonna tribute these two. Contact Fuse for Divine Serpent.
Oh, okay, from your view.
Go Divine Serpent effective.
But with this effect,
These two.
this, and this.
5.
Just to be
So mad. Activate.
with any card.
And
With that one, I see.
So the effect is
So that would go to
Stadium Terror top off my board.
and this goes back to
Yeah, I hate you. Also, I don't think I guess I can think of because I'm Brandon, but also like.
What do we got? Two.
Reveal 3 blue eyes red dragons from my hand deck or graveyard. Hand deck graveyard face of field, and then I summon a blue eyes red dragon.
Gotcha. That is all good. I am going to flip a Focus now. Got a response?
And I'm bringing it in times. Target.
max out with that's 10 though. So
I think this triggers, so we'll start a new chain.
well, it'll get to enough counters by the end of this resolving. So it'll then trigger on a new chain effect.
Yes.
It's mandatory, so I think if you don't do it, it just stays on field. In my experience, but I'm going to.
This is going to target this, by the way.
Okay, so that'll banish
We'll
Serpent.
resolve this, banishing that. This will resolve, special summoning itself.
Sure.
This will resolve, destroying these two.
Okay, so
So it says I
Then
can
this will resolve.
if this card's on the graveyard.
and you're taking 1,000 burn off of Home Stadium.
I put it like if it was
Apophis, oh, it didn't, right. No, you're right.
Summon.
Okay. And then, oh wait, when is that's 10 triggering here?
That'll
Is it
be in
at
the new chain.
end? Gotcha.
So in a new chain, I will turn player. Chain link 1 will be Kyberman the Legend.
Okay.
To add a blue eyes card deck to hand since it plays when it's during summoned. Would you like to trigger that's 10 has to trigger.
Right.
So actually, let me see if this is
Wait,
right.
so then is Kyberman unrespawned?
1 second.
This says if we face a fire game.
So this is optional. So chain link 1, chain link 2. You can choose to either respond to this or this.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I am going to that standard there. So back to hand.
Can I read this one?
Yeah.
you look at this card here.
So that was for this turn so far.
I don't know.
Here, I can also just keep track of activations with dice.
Oh, I so resolve Kyberman.
Keep this.
Okay.
Anything here?
Oh, wait, is Fisher popped?
Yes. Yeah, my final version.
Anything here? Oh. You just added Jet Dragon? You know the one card in my hand. So, all good.
What's there? Target.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think you're shit?
All good?
Yeah. Anything here?
Anything here? Is that how this works? Yeah, I'm gonna trigger Twins here, actually. We're gonna go... summon Future and put Ariana underneath.
Like so that you can knock it down.
It's rank 4 or lower.
Higher than level 4.
I thought it was just rank 4.
Even now. So I can attack.
I'll activate.
So this card is
Place True Light from the field.